Welcome, everyone. I'm Paul Alivisatos, President of the University of Chicago. Thank you for joining us for an update on the critically important matter of public safety. I'm joined today by our Provost, Kai-Yi Lee, and our Associate Vice President for Safety and Security, Eric Keith. I want to begin by offering my deepest sympathies to the family and friends of Xiaoshang Dennis Zhang, who was tragically murdered on Tuesday. Dennis was a recent graduate of the university, having earned a master's degree in statistics this past summer. The entire university community is heartbroken. We will come together soon to remember and honor Dennis. Like so many others in Chicago and across our nation, violence has left our global community and our Southside neighbors shaken, seeking answers, and demanding a solution. Violence today is on the same scale as a public health crisis and requires a commensurate response. Public safety has long been an absolute priority for the university, and it is more critical than ever that we, our Southside neighbors, our elected officials, and others come together to address this pressing need. In a few minutes, Eric will talk about some of the additional short and longer-term public safety strategies the city and the university are implementing. We will continue meeting with Mayor Lightfoot on these issues and plan to hold a campus discussion in the next week, including a member of senior leadership from the Chicago Police Department. Importantly, as you'll hear more from Kai-Yi and Eric, we are also strengthening our efforts so that our students and other members of our campus community have the tools, resources, and knowledge to be safe on our campus and in our city. Time and again, the university and the city have risen to the greatest challenges before us. I am confident we can rise to this challenge as well. Thank you for your deep concern and commitment to this vital matter. We will keep you updated on our progress in the weeks and months ahead. Now, I'd like to introduce Provost Lee.
Thank you, President Alivisatos. I too am devastated by the tragic loss of Dennis Zhang. Dennis was a native of Sichuan province, China, and he came to the University of Chicago after completing his undergraduate degree at the University of Hong Kong. In addition to being a university alum, he was a loving son and a caring friend to many in our community and many more around the world. And as President Alivisatos mentioned, we will share additional information about honoring Dennis in the coming days. Dennis's death is the latest in a series of violent incidents on the South Side and across the broader city of Chicago that has left many of us shaken. Concerns about safety can deeply affect the well-being of all members of our campus community. And we understand that this is a very difficult time, and we take these issues extremely seriously. The safety of all members of the UChicago community is paramount to us, and we have received numerous inquiries from faculty, students, parents, staff, and others who are concerned about safety on and around campus. Please know that we hear your concerns, and we will provide upcoming opportunities for question and answer sessions, as well as discussions. We are incorporating your thoughts, ideas, and feedback into our decision-making process. More information will be shared with you very soon. These issues are also personal for me as a parent. My family and I have lived in Hyde Park for many years. It is a truly wonderful community which also faces, unfortunately, the challenges that are shared in urban neighborhoods around the country. I know what means to be concerned about keeping your children safe in a big city. I want to share some things the university has recently done to deter crime, increase safety, and further increase access to immediate assistance in case of emergency. We extended our Safety Ambassador program to provide more visibility and increase security on and around campus. We increased transportation options for members of the university community, including expanding our UGO shuttle system and launching the Lyft Ride Smart, a new point-to-point transportation option, allowing students to use up to 10 free Lyft rides each month within the current night ride service area. We also expanded our personal safety education and training resources. These measures are important steps, but they're not enough. We are working with great urgency in partnership with the City of Chicago, the Chicago Police Department, and others. I would now turn the conversation to Eric Heath, Associate Vice President for Safety and Security, who would share more information about recent events and outline some steps the university and the City of Chicago are taking to improve safety on campus and in our community.
Thank you, Provost Lee. My sincerest sympathies are with Dennis Zhang's family and friends, and all who knew him. The loss of another community member to gun violence is heartbreaking and unacceptable. Please know that the women and men who make up the Department of Safety and Security and serve this institution and its surrounding communities are committed each day to improving public safety for everyone. To enhance public safety, we need to work together. It is a collaborative effort from UCPD to the City of Chicago to community leaders on the South Side and to individual students, faculty, staff, and other members of our campus community. Today, I will explain some of the new tangible initiatives that we are implementing, often in partnership with our city partners as a result of Tuesday's terrible tragedy. I will also give a brief overview of the resources that are currently available to members of our community, including the newer initiatives we implemented this quarter. Finally, I will address some questions that have come in over the past few days. Our strategy is twofold. We are immediately expanding our current resources and pursuing new and innovative partnerships to address these challenges. Beginning Tuesday afternoon, we increased police patrols on and near campus. These additional patrols continue, and we have received a number of questions about what this means, so allow me to explain. In addition to the continued daily collaboration between the UCPD and the Chicago Police Department, additional UCPD officers are working closely with CPD officers conducting foot and vehicular patrols throughout Hyde Park. UCPD and CPD are conducting joint robbery missions focused on current crime trends, and both agencies are increasing traffic enforcement in areas of high pedestrian traffic. In my conversations with CPD's leadership on Tuesday evening, which included Superintendent Brown and his command staff, CPD committed to adding a significant number of officers to the 2nd District in the coming week, specifically focusing on the Hyde Park neighborhood, as well as the surrounding areas of campus. In addition, CPD will temporarily be adding additional police observation device, or otherwise known as pod camera technology, to the Hyde Park area. These are remote control cameras that are monitored by CPD officers in district stations and aid in deterring crime, identifying suspects, and making arrests. While UChicago has a significant number of security cameras and license plate reader technology throughout campus, some parts of Hyde Park need additional camera technology. While CPD's pod cameras are a temporary solution, the university is working with CPD and local aldermen to develop a long-term strategy for adding permanent technology solutions to the areas surrounding campus, consistent with best practices and guidelines for such technology. Finally, over the next 2 weeks, CPD will be developing a long-term strategic plan to address the rise in crime, including gun violence plaguing the communities surrounding our institution. The Department of Safety and Security will be included in that planning process. I am confident that the City of Chicago and the Chicago Police Department are taking these incidents very seriously, and we look forward to working with them to address these issues. In addition to those outlined resources, UCPD investigators have been working closely with CPD detectives to provide CPD with all camera footage and data from university-managed cameras and license plate readers that may have captured the incidents and/or images of the vehicles involved. CPD detectives have committed to updating our department about any major breaks in Dennis's case, as well as the 53rd Street shooting, so that we may update our community as appropriate. While police are still investigating each case, I can share that we do not have any evidence at this time to suggest that either shooting was a racially or an ethnically motivated crime. I know that concern has been raised by our international community members. And finally, in light of Tuesday shootings, the Lyft Ride Smart program for students has been temporarily extended from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights to 7 nights a week. This change took effect yesterday evening and will extend through Wednesday, November 24th. During this period, students have access to free Lyft rides in our area each night after 9 p.m. The Thursday, Friday, Saturday schedule will resume on November 25th, and we will assess the program at the end of the quarter and communicate any further changes at that time. The university has numerous safety-related resources that everyone should be aware of. The University of Chicago Police Department is a professionally trained police department that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on campus and in extended patrol areas authorized by the Chicago City Council, extending north to 37th Street and south to 64th Street, east to Lakeshore Drive, and west to Cottage Grove Avenue. You can see a map of our patrol area on the Safety and Security website. I encourage you to visit transportation.uchicago.edu to find details on safe transportation options, including day and nighttime shuttle service routes and real-time schedules. We expanded the UGO shuttle system this autumn quarter. Members of the university can also call 773-702-8181 to request a safety escort at any time within UCPD's patrol area. The first available patrol or security officer will be sent to escort you to your destination. We urge every member of the university community to download and use the UChicago Safe mobile app. It is a convenient way to request a safety escort, contact emergency services, or share your location in real time with a friend or family member as you travel to your destination. We have received a number of questions in the last 2 days, and I want to take the opportunity to address them thematically. Many individuals have asked about the technology the university deploys in and around our campus. In collaboration with university's IT services, our department oversees the university's physical security technology platforms, which include our emergency blue light phones, fixed cameras, license plate reader cameras, building card access, and the UChicago mobile safety application. This technology, combined with our police and security coverage, has helped to keep on-campus violent crime low, and we evaluate and enhance this technology on an ongoing basis. To date, DSS manages approximately 350 emergency blue light phones throughout the UCPD patrol area. Our team manages a large number of security cameras in and around campus, in exterior as well as interior locations, following best practices and guidelines for their use in preventing crime and identifying suspects in crime that have been committed. We have dozens of fixed license plate readers, or otherwise known as LPR cameras, at major vehicular thoroughfares and intersections in and adjacent to university property. These devices have aided in the solving of numerous crimes. All new UCPD cars are outfitted with mobile LPR technology that are deployed throughout the patrol area. And finally, we have more than 3,600 card access points within our university buildings. Many have also asked about what types of education the Department of Safety and Security and/or UCPD provides to the community, including tips to stay safe. The university recently launched a new safety portal from the university's homepage that has valuable tips for staying safe in the city. You can access this site by going to uchicago.edu/safety. This web page is in addition to the tips we offer on the Department of Safety and Security's website, in the published annual security and fire safety report, as well as within the UChicago Safe mobile safety app. Our department works closely with other units, including campus and student life and housing and residence life, for safety programming for students, faculty, and staff. Furthermore, upon request, our department can offer specific training to any individual unit. Training sessions for units or departments can be requested by visiting the Your Safety section of the DSS website. We received many questions regarding transportation options offered by the Department of Safety and Security. Our department oversees a robust transportation infrastructure. I encourage you to visit our website, again, transportation.uchicago.edu, which contains a significant amount of information on local and university subsidized CTA routes, our university-sponsored shuttles, as well as information regarding alternative options for transportation, including the Lyft Ride Smart program for students. Detailed route maps, information on how to access the Transloc application, and how to download the UChicago Mobile Safety application can be found in the Getting Around and the Transportation and Parking sections of our website. Finally, we have received numerous questions on emergency communication strategies. Our department uses several methods to communicate about on-campus emergencies and criminal activity, and we evaluate each incident individually to determine the most appropriate method based on our current policies. For confirmed emergencies occurring on campus or immediately adjacent to campus that we believe is an immediate threat that requires immediate action from our community, our department will send a C alert via email, phone, and/or text. An example of this is a confirmed active threat situation where we need our community to evacuate or shelter in place. Further crimes that we know from the onset are a hoax or no longer are an immediate threat to the community, we will gather as much information as we can and send a timely security alert when appropriate. The Stay Informed section of our website contains information on the communication methods we use, including the opt-in UCPD Daily Crime Bulletin, which notifies subscribers of all serious crimes reported to UCPD that occur within our extended patrol area. Now, I'd like to turn it back over to Provost Lee.
Thank you, Eric. I want to reiterate how seriously we take these issues. You have our commitment to continue working to improve public safety on our campus and in the surrounding communities. In Eric's remark, he addressed many of the key themes from questions we have received over the past 2 days. Please know that we have read your questions and concerns, and we are taking them into account as we develop the short and long-term strategies mentioned on this webinar. We will also answer many of them during an upcoming event with a senior Chicago Police Department official, which will include a live question and answer session. More details about this event will be shared in the coming days. Thank you one more time for joining us for today's webinar.